Hello again, and in this video we're going to be talking about the codes, conventions and the target audience that the magazine advert is aiming for. Essentially, the magazine advert is a poster, normally, that has just been shrunk in size and stuck in the page of a music magazine like the Rolling Stones. There are a selection of 5 of these adverts on the right and the left of this video, and I'm going to talk about most of the posters, or adverts should I say, and break down the codes and conventions. Okay, first one on my right is a poster for the band Beach House and their album Teen Dream. Okay, first, for this album the artwork isn't particularly important. They're an indie band, less alternative, more of a kind of generic-y indie band. Still kind of alternative. They've got reviews from NME, and you know, they've got a few tour dates there, although it is essentially an album advert. They do have a little HMV thing available at HMV down in the bottom corner, although that would now be irrelevant because HMV is pretty much no more. The second advert on this is Björk. This one, the image, which is from the album cover, is much more important. It's a very strong image, a photograph of Björk herself. You know, it's an important image, and as not to spoil this image, I think they have added a black strip at the top with the record label symbol on it, and her name, the album name, and then the date of when it is out and the format it is in. And this is an advert originally taken from a magazine. Okay, after Björk, there's an advert for a Mogwai album, taken from a magazine again. This one has Mogwai, big at the top, obviously. Again, the image, although the writing is over the image, the writing is at the top and the bottom, which lets the important part of the image shine through completely. And it has a track listing at the bottom, which is unusual, and the date small at the bottom. And this, on both of these, the artist's name and the album name have been bigger than any other writing. The next one is an advert for Atoms for Peace. In this one, the title, once again the main focus, which is the name of the band, has been incorporated into the art. So it is a part of the art. And that is for Atoms for Peace, who is a band of Tom York's, which is again a very alternative kind of electronic, I think it's called intelligent dance music band. Okay, and the last poster on the right is in fact for the Martin Gretsch album, Open Heart Zoo. This one, I think the artwork I would say is most important. The artwork is most important, with the writing at the top and the bottom less relevant and less eye-catching than the rest of the advert. On the left, the first one isn't actually from a magazine, but it's still an advert. This one is for the Radiohead album. This one, the artwork is very important, and it is simply just the album cover, but with a date underneath it. See, that's saying something. They're a band that is obviously heavily inspired Martin Gretsch in his music, and is going to inspire what I do with my poster. And their target audience, as we know, so far all the target audiences have been alternative and indie, nothing else. Next one is for the editors. They're more of a kind of slightly more pop indie. This is again just the album cover with some writing slightly different. Record label logo at the bottom, and play.com logo as well, which is like iTunes. This time the writing has been plonked right in the middle of the image and is white as to stand out. Next one is a magazine advert for Radiohead's album in 2000, Kid A. This one, it's all about the image. Radiohead and Kid A are up there, quite important, and then it says out on October the 2nd at the very bottom. That, you know, that's not important in this poster. It's all about the image and the artwork. Once again, at this point they were quite popular, so this is kind of the poppy rock but going alternative and electronic audience, and it's all about the artwork really. Next one is for the latest album, The King of Limbs, and this one is all writing, but the thing about this writing is it is all done by the artist Stanley Donwood. So the writing in itself is considered a piece of art, but once again very focused on the writing. And then the last one again is a Martin Gretsch one. This is actually for a gig, but I thought it was important to add in some of the stuff that he liked with his artwork. Again, very focused on the artwork, and the writing has been incorporated into the artwork. It then has a small date and stuff at the top corner. So I think the target audience that these posters are aiming at, because they're all very focused on the art, the kind of artsy alternative people, so you know, a little bit indie, but they're also codes and conventions wise. The art is very important, but the words tend to be equally important in these posters, having to stand out and sometimes be separated from them on their own as not to ruin the important artwork.